Brianna Taylor, 26 years old, a first responder, daughter, niece, sister from Louisville.
Ahmaud Arbery, 25 years old, former football star, son, brother, nephew, uncle, from Brunswick.
George Floyd, 46 years old, moved to Minneapolis a few years ago for a fresh start, unemployed due to stay-at-home orders, a father.
And far too many more names and lives to the members of the SoCal POCIS community.
The upheaval prompted by the stay-at-home orders because of COVID-19 has exacerbated existing problems related to oppression and racism, and the latest attacks on Black bodies and the subsequent protests, police violence, and uprisings have further illustrated that we are in desperate need to dismantle white supremacy, systemic racism, and challenge the mindsets of people in regard to race and bias.
We are here to reaffirm the mission of SoCal POCIS. We are committed to continuing the work that we've been doing for over 2 decades.
The last 4 months has only intensified the urgency we feel about the change that must happen and the hard truth that we already know. We still have a long way to go. Independent schools can serve as school, state, and national leaders in addressing these issues.
But it will undoubtedly require leadership of conviction, courage, and integrity. We unequivocally believe that Black lives matter, and we see the mission of SoCal POCIS as in line with their guiding principles.
So we ask you, school leaders and administrators, what are you doing to take action? Are you taking a truthful look within your own institution and making hard decisions about oppressive policies and culture that maintain and perpetuate white supremacy?
We ask you, teachers, are you practicing pedagogies that affirm, highlight, and celebrate all the different identities that show up in your classrooms?
Do you name whiteness and anti-Blackness at your schools and speak truth in public?
And we at SoCal POCIS ask ourselves, are we providing the programming necessary to support this important work?
In community, we must continue to hold each other accountable, support each other in answering these hard and difficult questions, and take action together.
Because no one can do this alone.
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 Because no one can do this alone.